When I think breakout entry, I think 1 minute chart because I think it's too risky to put a breakout on a 4-hour chart because you're not getting the same confluence. You're not getting the same confirmation because if you're on a 4-hour, you can't see the devil in the details, which is these market makers constantly accumulating and then distributing, and then when it really takes off and goes to another zone, then the game's like, go the other way, go the other way, go the other way. So it's constantly this hemming and hawing that goes on. The 1 minute chart, though, it's so painfully obvious that you've been treading water for this channel here, and now that you're coming near the bottom of the hour, it's going to have to be some kind of we're going to have to get out of this channel somehow. So if you got on a breakout above, this is a 20 pip grid with those thicker lines being 100 pips. If you have a buy stop right now with a 10 pips, this is a 12-hour 10 pip stop to make 30 pips, but you're going to put it at fair value so that if we come bobbing back down, it's going to pick that up in the stream and go up. Then the other way to get in would be commit to another 12 hours of risk of trading a breakout in the classic style, but you're on the 1 minute chart. So this is probably not going to take that order. Well, the nice thing about a single drop is that you're never going to crash the platform. That's one thing I'll say about a single drop. Like if I want to buy down here, 10 pip stop, 30 pip take profit. So if you've been front running the market here and placing all these orders this whole morning here, like you're like, here, okay, put an order there, right? I don't think you would have got filled, but let me turn on the orders. Because I turn them off because I was just using the dots, but if you go in here, properties, and say show, oh, you have to give it a color. So your entry is volume, actually. Kind of strange. But that's how the MetaTrader did it. Entry is on the, yeah, you're coming in here, volume. Those will either be stops or limits of entry. I know it's retarded, but this is what they did. So if you turn that on, you'll see all this is all the pendings for entry or stuff you've already got into, and then all the profits you could make a different color so you can see. Okay, I'm going to get out on the blue. Yeah, I'll put just blue in there maybe. Okay, so I'm going to get out on the blue, and I got in on the. So in the breakout system, if you're waiting for this little weaselly double bottom, okay, now you can draw a trend line here. This is kind of drilling down, but a lot of people don't want to look at the 1 minute chart because they think it's noise, but it's telling you a lot bigger story than any breakout of a 4-hour or 1 hour. Of course, a 15-minute breakout, yeah, I mean, this is going to take a while. It's going to take about an hour and a half to form that pattern. These patterns come up every, let's say every hour and a half you've got an entry on a 1 minute chart. I mean, here's this beautiful, in whatever wave theory, you choose, it'd be an A, B, C wave, right? If you think you're going up. Because C's got to be the biggest wave. Or 3 is the biggest wave on the upside. So these would be, 1, 2, 3. It's a 1 minute chart. I mean, breakouts on a 4-hour chart. This is still breakout and pull back. So you need to scalp the first breakout, like this one here. You need to scalp that. You have to take something off the table here because look, it was just nothing but a chance to grab all the guys that were breaking out on the half hour, right? And then you can see just here now we're breaking out. Can we take out that top? But then it's going to want to rip back. It might even rip back now. This is how it is. Now, nobody wants to look at these 1 minute charts. I hear it all the time. No, I don't hear it from anybody. I don't talk to anybody. But it's in your mind, people tell you, oh, well, why I wouldn't look at the 1 minute chart? It's just a noisy mess, right? I mean, is it that bad? I mean, it's giving you all the info you would need. I mean, if you really wanted to create an argument, there's a lot more arguments in here This is the breakout. Comes here's the make that your pivot. Okay, you break that one out. You're starting to roll over. Okay, now here comes the pullback. So here's the moment of truth. You broke out. They trapped the long bots that get in on stops, or the people that like to get in on a stop. Doesn't mean it can't come back. So as soon as it breaks out like that, and if I've scalped anything from here to here, I'm getting out, right? Or maybe you're a long-term trader. So you're going to put another buy. If they do rip it back, I want to get in here. The rip back, this has been established breakout on the 1 minute. I'm sure it's breaking out on some other time frame. You go to the half hour, right? So the half hour just broke out. Half hour is black, and you should be buying all that with a stop, not necessarily in. But how are you not entering on the 5 minute, right? You go 5 minutes. Here's 15. 15. You would have been in like 17 minutes ago on a stop. Just the sheer fact that this is actually, there's no, you know, that's about as low lag as it gets, 15, right? So you're in, and you're hoping for the auction theory to kick in here right now. The fact that you come down and trap these guys, now we got to go up and take out this top, or at least come back to, okay, this is the bottom that dropped out. This would be the scalp zone. A lot of people getting out right now on the 15 because that is the last known bottom. This was the spike out, wash people out if they were long, or just take profits on all the bears. And then, okay, now they trap that. Now here's the moment of truth. But the problem is the bottom of the hour is coming, and a lot of people don't want to hold this thing at this ridiculous price. So since you're so stretched out, like you go to the daily, and I'm gonna crash that. If you go to the daily, it's been down for 5 days, and this is the end of the week, you know, in about an hour. So a lot of scalping, a lot of scalpability stuff. Okay, so we broke out, we pulled back. Here's the top bottom, like guys bought right there. Bam, at the market. You have to pull the trigger right there with the market. If you trade the market, you just got to be in right there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This breakout pullback, you had 2 minutes to nail it. Okay, you're in. Now you're hoping for this big blast up into this bottom, right? This is your next target. Of course, you got to be thinking, you know, should I take something off the table? Hopefully, you automatically have taken something off the table just by sheer fact that you did place some scalps in there. So that it automatically, okay, here could come, now here's a possible pullback. So the problem is the 1 minute chart's very squirrely. People are annoyed. But I don't think there's any other way to trade Forex when the market's really open, when the news is out. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to just trade wider. But if you lock in to wide orders, you just come down here. I named all these in a series of just, you know, 10 pip stop, 25 pip take profit. It's a buy. It lasts for 12 hours, and it's a increment of 1. So whatever that risk is that you pre-described in your trade plan, you know, outside of this, say you think this is going to retrace 150 pips. So you know there's going to be a big fight, a big battle down here as far as, wow, is this the bottom? And a lot of people are like, you're crazy. No, you're crazy, right? So she loves me not. Okay, so now it's going to be this boring, if it does, you know, you kind of want to hit it. In the next 10 minutes, you want to hit this and spike it up to this target, take profit. And then I want to come in underneath it with, like, say, it's going to rip back, right? There's a retest. Like, you could have had it like this before going, okay, I'm buying that retest zone. And inside that, you have just your scalp orders, you know. You come down here and get these, I don't have them in here, I don't think. Low risk entries here. You're risking 5 pips to make 8, you know. I mean, this isn't, let me put that order in. Okay, so it's going to break out, and it's got to keep going. That's the trade plan right there. So each one's a mini trade plan. And here's a, well, now if the market was quiet, you could put these 8 pip stops in. But I don't know. Just here's a outlandish order, 50 pips. Now I put that in earlier, way down deep. but you have to stagger that pretty wide. You know, you have to go to a wide grid when the news comes out, because market's going to go up, it's going to go down. It's like, it's ridiculous, you know, and it's just going to paint. Now it's breaking this trend line here, so here comes the possible pullback. We could load up on some more. So that was it. The scalpers just got out there, and you know, this happens every day. This is the most ridiculous thing. It happens every day, all day long. People run the market up and down, and I mean, the 1 minute chart, like, easy. I mean, you know, you kind of blindsided a little bit, I mean, as far as the big picture, but if you're only trying to make 5, 10, 20, 40 pips, do you really care if when you're in your house and you're making pasta, do you care if they're cutting people's heads off? No, you're just making your pasta. Same thing. You know, you could care less, right? I mean, you have to care less. If you care too much, okay, now that was the breakout. Now they trap these guys. Now it's come back here, possible pullback into the previous breakout. A lot of people are going to get in there. That's their confirmation. You know, I'm going to chase it. I'm going to get in the pullback. But the other guys, the scalpers have already cashed out. Maybe some people got they went a little bit short, but it looks a little bit like it could be baked here at 110, you know, 110.50. So if we get to go to 110, it's going to be a washout of all those tickets, and then you're going to have 100. You're going to get 50 to 100 pips deep after that for a bounce, or you know, you just wait. I mean, wait for yours to fill or kill. The kill part is here's like a 15-minute. Here'd be a low risk if anybody wants to start and they don't want to kill themselves. If you just stagger these 15 minutes, like, do you think the market can get down here in 15 minutes? Ask yourself when you're looking at these charts, like here. Okay, now this comes a pullback. Now to get in this in the most. Here's a 5 to 5 scalp, right? You're gonna risk 5 to break even scalp 5 pips. Here's a break even scalp of 5 pips. So just imagine you take out that stop, market free falls to another high probability pivot entry point. You're not getting it. This isn't like random, you know. Okay, this is more precise this way. Now here's a pip stop, and okay, now it's time to think about putting stops on this fractal if you want to set it and forget it. You know, at this point, if you want to walk away from this, here I'm going to commit to 12 hours of, or 6 hours, 8 pip stop, right? As close as they let me put it here. As the market's coming down, I'm going to get in on top of it like this. Okay. And then I'm going to get in way down in this pivot, this big support area, because on the 1 minute chart, the market just go blammo back to that. But okay, so now the breakout, this is the pullback. Now we've got the go ahead that you know, if we take out this fractal, it's gonna continue up. If we plunge back into fair value, I'm automatically loading up on that without regard to anything, because it's just on the 1 minute there's so much structure that, I mean, you could place a higher granularity of orders on a 1 minute chart. So why does anybody do it? Well, I guess it's a lot of work, you know. I mean, if you're going to sit there and drag and drop, I guess you got to do like fingertip push-ups, right? Because you're actually, if you spread your wrists, here's a 2 hour order. Now, you can create literally anything from 15 minutes to 12 hours, you know. I mean, that's 8 hours. There's an 8 hour and a 12 hour. That's when it gets really wide. But a 12 hour or a daily or weekly. I mean, you got a weekly order sitting out there. This is a purely, you know, mechanical trading system. You know, you're putting in these orders when it's coming down here, putting stops. You got limits down where you know fair value exists down in here, in this area here, right at the center of the whole thing. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Yeah, 1 minute rules. What are you gonna do?